All this week, MSNBC gets to share the stories of the people who are inspiring America. One of them, Dr. Joseph Varone, Chief of Staff at United Memorial Center in Houston, Texas, who as of today has worked 407 consecutive days since the start of the pandemic, not taking one single day off since March of 2020. Dr. Varone has led his hospital's coronavirus unit through some of its toughest weeks, signing more death certificates than at any other point in his career. But it was this photo taken on his 252nd day of work, Thanksgiving Day, of him hugging an ICU patient while dressed in full PPE that went viral, showing the human toll of the virus on patients and healthcare workers alike. Dr. Varone told the Washington Post about his passion and determination, quote, "I was meant to do this." Joining us now, we are so lucky, is Dr. Joseph Varone, Chief Medical Officer, Chief of Critical Care Services and the COVID-19 unit at United Memorial Medical Center, as well as the chairman of the board of United Memorial Medical Center Premier. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you for the invite.
How are your patients doing? Are things getting better?
Well, they started to get better, but over the last few days, we've been having more and more admissions. So unfortunately, we're not at the max like we used to be, but these are patients that are very sick. These are people that are coming in extremely ill. And one of the interesting things is over the last 2 weeks, most of our patients are under the age of 50.
I was going to ask you how old they are and how they believe when they come to you. How do they think they're getting COVID still? Are they vaccinated?
Most of them are not. Actually, the vast majority of them are not. We've had a couple of patients that have had one vaccine, but not the second dose, and in between they got COVID. And the reason why they get COVID, most of them know. They know that they did the wrong thing. They went to large mass gatherings or went to places where without any proper face covering or things like that.
Do they, when they recover, for those who recover, do they have a different opinion about the vaccine?
Interestingly enough, they do. Once they go through spending some time with us, trust me, they change their mind very easily about the vaccine. And actually, they are proponents of telling others about the vaccine. We have a large number of minorities in our hospital, and those have been very difficult to convince regarding vaccines. So they are vaccine advocates, and I've been trying to make sure that they understand that when they live here, not only they were survivors of COVID, but they also are another means of communication so that we can tell the community what's going on.
Will you ask any one of them who you've helped heal, who becomes what you just described, a vaccine advocate, to come back with you and talk to me? Because I think that's the key, right? The people that are never going to get the vaccine, they're never going to do it. But there are people that don't know how sick they could be. They don't know they could be in the hospital. And those are the people who have that change of thought, who may be the most powerful messengers. Would you ask some of them to come back and come talk to me again with them?
I will be more than happy to do that, because that's what we have to do. The only way we're going to be able to, take care of this pandemic is by all of us getting vaccinated. And I understand and I respect, freedom of choice, freedom of people doing things. But sometimes it's just misinformation and miscommunication and misunderstanding of what these vaccines are and things like that. I think that people really need to be more open of what's going on in the COVID units. That's why we were very open to media. We were very transparent to media from day one, just showing people what really happens in our COVID units.
So, Dr. Varone, we're going to reach out to you after this. It is an open invitation for any one of your patients who come to you sick, who you help heal, and who want to come out and talk about the vaccine. And we'll convince them one at a time if we have to. Thank you so much for all your work. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for being here with us today. You have just inspired me and made me feel more optimistic than I've felt in a long time. Thank you.
And thank you for the invitation.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.